morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you and welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing Planescape Torment, as we are trying to become a guardsman. And, well, we already made some items last time around, so I'm not really sure why, but we have been sent back. Alright, let's do so. And the journal says that we have to talk to a man how to use the forge, but I already know how to use the forge because I was such a genius that the last time around I already knew what to do. So, that went rather nicely, and well, this time we will create an axe. You know what, I now just realized I didn't have the axe in my inventory, or the hammer that I created. I had that given that to Northern, perhaps that's why it wasn't recognized as being done. Well, let's just see what Keldor says right now. Show him the item you forged. I have finished forging my creation. He takes it from you and examines it carefully. That is, without a doubt, one of the better pieces I've seen a recruit forge. You go far, my friend. Are you ready for the next test? I certainly hope so. I suppose I am. He continues grimly. A murder has struck in the foundry, and I am forsaking the usual test in order for you to track this killer down. Go speak to the supervisor, Alisa Tilt, in the main foundry, and proceed from there. When you've completed your investigation and are ready to claim a culprit, come back to me. I'll be back. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Alright then. And we are greeted with a little cutscene, which is not going entirely correct because the gamers have are now gone. Probably in order to put this body over there, which is kind of a bad way to go. Ugh. Getting stuck under gears. We need to talk to her, I believe. You see a short woman with slight horns in her forehead and ears that curve sharply back on her skull. She smells faintly of sulfur, even over the reek of the foundry's fires. Greetings. What can I do for you? Under Keldor's authority, I'm investigating the murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? You want to know what I saw that night of the murder? Well, I was working late when I heard the sound of scuffle. When I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out in the door into the meeting hall that raised the alarm. Do you have any other details? I only know 3 people who had access to the building that night. They were Tilden, Saros, and Badailin. The 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of the foundry, I couldn't see clearly. So there were only 3 suspects. Well, that seems a little bit too easy. I have an alibi, not to mention that Keldor has ascertained the truth for me. I have nothing to hide. Apparently Tilden, Saros, and Badailin do, though, because they wouldn't go under Keldor's spell. Alright, thanks for the help. Well, let's talk to Kilden. Kilden. Now I'm combining Keldor and Vilden. Shame about that poor smith of Vilden. Really it were. Still, he weren't the one to keep himself onto the grindstone. He weren't dedicated. It is the way the plain stern, mark my words. Every basher gets his due. Oh well, what can old Tilden do for you? Speaking of curious matter, you want answers what? Well, tell me about the guardsmen. What do you believe about them? They took me in and trained me to be what I am today. I got to thank them for that. They took my raw talent and shaped it into skill. I tell you, I'm a favorite of the Factols, and someday you'll show everyone just how important I am to this organization. They tell me that every day, everyone has godliness in them. It's true for me. I think I'm closer than most folks, to tell the truth. That gives me the right to act like a god and to expect total devotion from my inferiors. I'm learning to take power and move mountains with beliefs in myself. When I rule the cosmos, you can bet I'll remember every one of the bergs that stood in my way. Interesting personality. Where were you on the night of the murder? What I was doing? Why, I was sitting in my room with a nice loaf of bread and a jug of wine, staying in. Didn't go out that night. Didn't see no need. You know anyone else who can swear otherwise? No, never saw the need to make sure of it. One place you might ask if you're really looking for leads is Saros. That little thieving knight goes everywhere. What with his father being such a high up here. He's always into new experiences. Boy's practically a sensei if you ask me. Probably want to kill someone and see if you could get away with it. Saros, eh? I'll go check on that. Farewell. And Saros we know from as the brother of Sarosa, the lady with the very interesting abilities over here.
Done.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry, I can't set up Kip right now because We can't just not, like, set up Kip right in their meeting hall, Anna. Actually, I have some answers for you. Perhaps you can help me. Tell me of your family, of your brother. No, that's just the same as before. What is your special talent, by the way? I know not how I came by it. It seems something that has always been a part of me. I can only surmise that my past life and my beliefs in this one have given me a special insight into mortal nature. I am gifted with the ability to see a piece of the potential within every being. By reading the true name graven on that mortal's very being, and by slightly mispronouncing that word, I am able to change the nature of that potential. Thus changing the nature of its bearer. Change the nature of a man? Or could you teach me this skill? I can change you, but I cannot teach you. It's like teaching color to a blind man, or sound to a deaf man. And I will change you, if the price is right. And what is the price? Tell me, do you subscribe to the philosophy of the Godsman? No, not yet. You don't like the philosophy? Why not? Oh, sorry, I'm still thinking about it. Convince me. Learn more of us, join the faction. Okay, so we can't... Alright. Yes, I know you guys must rest. I'm sorry. I'm just a little busy.
Done.
You know, looking into a murder.
I'm gone.
Poor Smith. Can't believe what happened to him. Do you have any idea what might have happened or have some leads? Actually, it does. Who told you? The supervisor? She's right. I came in here at night sometimes when there's no one around. It looks around conspiratorially for a moment and lowers his head towards you. I saw Tilden creeping out of there. The main reason I know it was him is because he dropped something. He hands you an awl with the name Tilden etched into the wooden handle. Thanks. I'll be back to talk to you again, I'm sure.
Updated my journal.
Well, that's some foreboding, isn't it? Tilden's awl. I don't even know what an awl is used for, actually, but I hope you can forgive me that. I do not have smithing as my career, nor do I have any experience in it at all. Nor is English my mother language, so yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's Sarah's. You remember Sarah's, don't you? The one you told me to go to? Yeah, he gave me an awl found near the body. Oddly, this awl has your name etched into the handle. Explain that.
Updated my journal.
He looks momentarily flustered and then Sarah's a thief. Odds are you stole it from me. In fact, I've been missing my awl for some time now. Never mentioned to anyone because I figured it'd be just lost it. Now I know that Cyril stole it to frame me. Better go get him before he gives you the laugh. See your expression, he says, before he escapes. That's a little too easy for me. Why would he give me evidence if he has done it? Something don't add up here.
I'm gone.
And I'm going to find the bottom out of it. We haven't even talked to Bad Island yet. What have you found? Are you going to let me go free? That is an interesting choice of words. Tilden says that you planted the awl at the murder scene, and that you're trying to frame for the murder because you two disagreed. Of course he'd say that, just because he's guilty and he wants me to make you look someplace else. Sure he disagreed. Tell him he needs proof, more or less. More or less, I'm being sent from one end to the other end, but I'm going to go to see. I want to talk to Bad Eileen over here. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. At your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?" Yes, that's some questions. What do you want? Tell me what you know about the murder. Let's see, I asked the guards to head out for the night because I was working on some delicate engineering on the project in the next room, and I didn't need their psychic emanations fouling up some very crucial work. I was with some dismay that I found the body when I emerged from the room. Being as I have no other alibi, I realized I'm a suspect. And I suspect you've already found that I wouldn't consent to going under the spell to answer. The reason for that is that I would be violating the oath of secrecy I swore to protect the project. I'll think I'll check on that with Keller. You do that. He'll verify what I've told you. He administrated the oath to me, so he knows its power. Something tells me that kind of ruled her out. Alright.
I'm gone.
We can... Alright. He tells me that it's not a frame. In fact, he says that he personally witnessed you killing the bull sod. You what? I tell you that the boy's even a murderer, and you don't believe me. What if I told you the lad's an anarchist? 2. A member of the Revolutionary League, which is another faction in Sigil who says that Well, more or less they're a little bit weird. They say down with all power, destroy all the structure to rebuild it. Yeah, they want no laws in order to recreate the laws. It's kind of a weird faction in that way, but more or less they are one of the, well, more or less, they are one of the chaos factions and want total freedom of rule. And why would I believe that?
Updated my journal.
A pious look creeps onto his face, because it says it so. Because I'm about to say something that will make a criminal of me, but I'll say to see justice done. He pauses. I know he's an anarchist because he tried to recruit me. He and that engineer Badalin. I told him I'd do it so I couldn't trap him, but then I realized I didn't have the stomach to harm poor Saros. I turned him down, and now that they're trying to cover the tracks, that's why they want me gone. They're the killers, not me. Alright, why would that make you a criminal? Right, we'll check on that anyway. Don't go anywhere, Tilden. Farewell. I have no idea why that would make you a criminal, because you withheld them from...
Alright.
Telling people that they're at the Revolutionary League? Is that illegal?
I'm gone.
Don't think so, because it's not like it's a faction. It's not a lot. Like, everybody knows the faction, though, of course they are. I think, even though the Xalzit are considered more barmy, the anarchists are considered, well, somewhat of rebels. Let's use that word. What have you found? Are you going to let me go free? Tilden tells me that you and Badalin are anarchists, and you're trying to frame him because he turned down an offer to join you. Sarah pales. She has nothing to do with this. I did it on my own. But the truth is, Tilden shoved Vildan into the gears. I put the all there to make sure everyone would know he was there. Because I'm just a kid, and no one would believe what I was saying. Alright? I admit that I planted the all, but I only did it to make sure that he got punished for his crimes. Interesting. And why should I not think you did this perhaps for another crime? Because I don't know what you would... Why you would have to think that. But I promise, go talk to him and tell him what I said. And you can decide for yourself. Well, I'll do that. Let's get out of here and let's see what he will say to it. This is more or less an AB quest instead of an ABCD quest. Well, he says that he planted the all on the body, but only because he wanted to make sure that you be implicated into the death. He says you're a murderer and he wants to make sure you get caught. Supervises drains of color. He admitted he's an anarchist? Yes, he seems to believe you're dangerous to everyone around you. Whether they be anarchist or guardsmen. And that someone needs to stop you. He's willing to admit to his own crimes in order to ensure that you meet his justice. His beady face goes red with apoplexy. You're accusing me, but I ain't the murderer. I'm just trying to expose anarchist Burke. Damn you can't do this to me. You can't trust anyone who says they saw me do it. So you can't say I did it. Oh, would you say the same thing under oath and under spell? I'm betting Saros would. Bugger. Can I at least take my stuff and give the place a laugh? Or Tilden will make sure you won't regret it. No. Remain here or suffer even worse consequences. You can rest assured that I can make certain of that. Good day, Tilden. Because, you know, I want to join a guardsman and you are the real murderer. And Saros, unfortunately, is an anarchist. But I don't know if I should implicate him as well. Actually, that's true. Tilden did it, he had personal problems with Vildan and he was trying to frame Saros for the crime, execute him. Or Tilden committed the crime, but Saros tried to frame him for it. It's an anarchist plot, and the Saros in the middle of it. Arrest them both. No, I will do this. He shakes his head. I would have never believed it of Tilden. I trust your investigation was thorough. And I trust you. Allow me to summon the guards. Take your time.
Journal.
Isn't that the most perhaps that wasn't the most lawful thing to do. Oh, alright, whoopsie. He seems saddened by the ordeal. It is done. My thanks for solving the investigation. You have but one task remaining to you. Sandos, father of Sarosa, and Saros, one of the more vital members, has returned from a harrowing journey. He has locked himself in his tower room and is threatening to kill himself. Speak to him. Stop him. I'm on it. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Sorry, that's just... That felt like... appropriate. Well, why do I apologize for that? I'm sure right now for some... We will talk to you in the next episode. Because I don't know who you are. But I don't want to make this the episode in which we join the guardsmen, so let's do that. Greetings, sir. Did Kildor send you? Sandals came up here and he's been raving and muttering behind the door all day. I hope you can do something for him. Oh, we'll see about that. Call for the door. Send us. I need to talk to you. A muffled voice comes out from behind the door. Go away! Are you Sandals? The voice snaps. Who else would I be? Yeah, that was kind of a dumb question there, the nameless one. Or TNO, as he tends to be abbreviated on the internet. These are my rooms, this is my function. It laughs bitterly. This is where I'm going to die. Tell me of yourself, Sandals. You want to talk? Is that what you want? How about you listen? The voice pauses and then gathers steam. What's the point of it? That's what I want to know. Why do we do these things? And what's the thing that keeps us driving? I will wait for him to continue. After all, he asked me to listen. Pride and ego. We keep telling ourselves that we can be something, that we mean something, that there's a reason we're here. But in the end, it's all just blackness. I've seen that final blackness, and there's no reason to deny it. Yet we keep pushing on out of foolish pride. There's no reason for it. Did you ever consider that you became a guardsman for a reason? What do you mean? Well, why did you join the guardsmen? Because I thought there was a meaning. I was wrong. There's no meaning, love, family, wealth, accomplishment. It all means nothing. Ouch! That is a severe case on the blues. All of it? Is there anything that could prove you wrong? Find someone who can persuade me otherwise. Someone who can tell me differently. You can't, it seems. Find someone who can. He walks away from the door and conversation becomes impossible. I'll be back. Well, I think first we shall talk to his daughter and then to his son,
All right.
Sound like the most logical things. Family means nothing? I doubt that.
Done.
Alright, let's talk to this lady. How can I have 71 hit points when I had 70 at a certain point and I only gain? Oh no, of course, I have reached level 11 mage, and then you only get 1 hit point per level, no more the full D4 hit dice, I already understand. Sorry, crisis averted. Greetings, wounded man, what do you need of me? I need to speak to you about your father. What of him? He has locked himself into a tower and is threatening to kill himself. What can you tell me of him that will allow me to keep him from doing so? You lie. My father is traveling. He's not expected back for days at least. Even so, speak to Kelder if you don't believe me. I require your assistance if your father is to live. I will, you can be sure. She pauses and stares into your heart. You speak the truth, don't you? I see no deception in your heart on this matter. Very well. This is what I wish you to tell my father. All life is a test. One cannot expect to skip to the end and directly. That is not the answer. Only the Doomguard and the Dustmen believe in utter decay. And you have always held them in contempt. Remember this. I will convey this message. Farewell. Yeah, the Dustmen who believe you need to die in a true death, and the Doomguard who says that all must fall to entropy, all must fall to decay. They believe that that's simply the end state of things. Alright then. Can't do that. Perhaps need to talk to Sandals, sir? Good luck. Thanks. Call for the door. Sandals, we've got to talk. Sandals' voice is muffled by the thick door. What do you want? The voice sounds desperate and lonely. I'm here to tell you what your daughter said. There's a pause. The voice comes more brittle than before. You talk to my daughter? Yes, this is what she said. All life is a test. One cannot expect to skip to the end directly. And that's not the answer. Only the Doomguard and the Dustmen believe in utter decay, and you have always held them in contempt. Remember this. He laughs hollowly. She said all that, did she? Give me a minute. Take all the time you need. When it speaks again, the voice sounds a little more balanced. Go down and tell Cutter you have talked some sense into me. I'll want him eventually, but you've done your job. Go on now. Thanks, and farewell. Alright then. Whoa, there he was.
I'm gone.
Big barrel of a man. By the way, I also want to talk to Cyrus because, well, we didn't rat him out.
Gone.
Does he have something to say about that? Rat him out as he's an anarchist, I mean. Thank you for your mercy. I'll stay on the straight and narrow now, alright? Sure, Cyrus. Answer your questions for me, will you? Well, that's a good thing I know you spared him. Yeah, I wanted to show you the anarchists. I'd rather not talk about it. I thought they would help me and make my life exciting, but instead they turned on me. I guess they have to look out for themselves when everyone's against them. But I just want to be part of them. That defeats the entire point of anarchy, Saros. You're supposed to be your own person. I could say that to him, but then I think I will accrue some chaos points.
All right.
But yeah, it's good that he changed his mind, and it's good that we spared him. Keldor, I have succeeded. He has regained his zest for life.
Updated my journal.
You have succeeded. Glorious news. Congratulations, my friend. You have proven yourself worthy of joining the Godsmen. Would you like to take the oath now, or perhaps wait until later? I will take it now. Oh dear, the oath. Life's tribulations are tests. There is nothing I encounter that is not a lesson. Pain is the multiverse way of reinforcing a lesson. What I hate most in others is a reflection of what I hate most in myself. I will act to activate my potential and to aid others in achieving their goals. I will remember that the divinity spark is present in everything. I shall fealty to the beliefs of the souls and their goals, never to forsake them. You swear the oath, and Hale responds. Welcome to the Godsman, lad. You need anything from me now? Not right now.
Updated my journal.
And we are now part of the Godsman. I must say I've done this before, but I've done all of it before, so... Sarosa. Thank you for your words. My father Sendos is alive and well. I can only hope that whatever force that has scarred him that way, I cannot believe he came to this on his own, will pay for its misdeeds. What else can I do for you? Well, you said you could change me a little bit. Can you change me? What is the price? Yes,
Updated my journal.
Wisdom permanently increased by 1. Then I feel no qualms in sharing my gift with you. She speaks an arcane syllable, one that shakes you to your very foundation, and somehow your flesh feels stronger. How? My thanks. Farewell. We don't need to ask how she did it, we already knew. I had forgotten that she would give me a total wisdom boost, and my tattoos are gone? Yep, they were gone for a second, but not anymore. Back again. 22 wisdom.
Done.
Excellent.
I'm gone.
Does that allow me actually to find out a new thing on the Unbroken Circle of Zerdamon, I wonder? 22 wisdom? Nope, I can't do it. I think that's 23 that we don't probably need. But we have already increased our wisdom, just all a slight bit more. How absolutely wonderful. And with that, I think I'm gonna go, because my voice is a little bit giving in, as you may hear. So, I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.